Hello, everyone. Good evening to all of you. And I'm recording this session. So recording will be available in announcement section. So I welcome you all again in BADM 503. And before starting the syllabus, let me talk about the Minitab, which is most important tool, and many students have complained about Minitab. So first thing first about Minitab, then we will talk about rest of the things. So under announcement section, when you go, there's a link at the bottom. And when you click this, you will have option to use Minitab. So here I am just using this. And actually, since I already logged in into this, then let me do it one more time. So this is the link. I click here, I put my Eastern email, which is this. Then I put next. Then I need to choose the SSO, Eastern SSO. Then I use this. And since I'm already logged in, it is directly allowing me to go on Minitab. So this is very first thing. This tool we are using. Why we are using, and other question I will explain later. How we can import the data here. So under file, open, and you have three options. You have you have options. You can save your data on Microsoft Drive. You can have Google Drive, or you can have local computer. So let's say I have local computer data, and I can go under download. And let's say I'm having this data, and now it is right here to do the analysis. So it is very easy. It doesn't matter whether you have Windows computer or you have a Chrome computer or you have a Mac computer, doesn't matter. This is cloud version, and you will have easy access of Minitab. Okay, the next question comes, why we are using Minitab. I will explain during, along with the syllabus. So this is the tool which is available, and you are all registered on Eastern server, so you don't have any problem accessing this cloud version. Okay, if this is good, let me go on this is our class, and I go here and let me start the syllabus first. Any question related to accessing Minitab? There's another way to access Minitab, which I can also share. So just a minute.
So I actually have one question about Minitab.
Yes, sir.
So I downloaded it and I listened to your lecture after downloading it, and I forgot to add in that little component that makes it so that it doesn't expire after 30 days, just to make sure.
Yeah.
I just have to uninstall it and reinstall it and add that.
Yeah. So
okay.
this is if you are a window user, this is the option. Can you see my screen, John? So
Yeah.
this is the option. How do I install Minitab on my computer, personal computer? No longer we have that key file. Now we have again using SSO. So this is 30-day. And now instead of that file, you have to use this option. Username, again, like, Eastern username, and, it will pop up again on SSO of Eastern. Then you do, and you access, and you will have. So this advantage is only for Windows user, not for Mac and not for Chrome or any other. So this is only for Windows user, because even Minitab doesn't have the full Mac version. So that is another challenge. So therefore, the best option to use the cloud version. And if you are Windows user, you can download on your machine. Yes, Eric, it has same application. So like, I have this Let me show you. This is my Minitab right here on my computer, let's say. Can you see my Minitab?
Yes,
And
sir.
so this is a Minitab on my computer, Windows computer. And when I look into this cloud version, it has exact same functionality. However, little changes in the options. Little changes, but you can do all the things. Let's say I want to do some graph, I want to probability distribution, I can, uh, so here, like here, it gives me this kind of thing. I can see this, but here, let's do this. So I can do, side by side, and you can see what is the difference between this and that. So this is my cloud version. Here you can see graph, probability distribution, and here I have this view probability and view probability here. This is here compare to distribution. So here you see this, and let me show this. So now you can see the exact same thing. Let's say normal distribution, mean, standard deviation. Now you have options. So here I have to put, an option, and, instead of option, here I have probability, means little, shaded area here it is showing, and here it is showing options. So basically little, uh, you know, I would say little functionality, means performance wise, means calculation by exactly same. Like here it is giving shaded area, here it is giving option. These small changes might be observed, but rest is like same. So I'm just putting like probability 0.5. Here I'm putting like probability 0.5, and right tail. Okay, right tail here, right tail here, and let's see what it gives. So this is the Windows version, which you can see clearly. This is so you will get exactly the same answer, same. You can compare both of them together. See, you have. Can you see both screens together?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Good.
so you can see this is the same, exactly same output, exactly, but like boarding, options, shaded area, these things might be there. Okay.
Can you, there's lots of, you talked a lot about how people have a problem with this, and I have no experience with it. So I'm kind of curious, even just from a high level, what the problem people have with Minitab
Yeah,
is.
so the most students, that comes, they are not able to download, they are not able to use it, they are not. So therefore, first thing first, Minitab. And then few people complain they hate about Minitab, they love about Excel. So I have this, solution for that also. This is only tool. This is only a calculator, a statistical calculator. Minitab, Excel, SPSS, SAS, R, JMP, Statistica. These are all, different calculators made by different companies. And whatever or whichever you feel comfortable, feel free to use. Feel free to use. If, don't complain that you hate about Minitab. We are referring, this. We are using this in our course because Eastern is using from last 20 years, and it is very easy to understand, very easy to visualize different distribution. Instead of, like you can do calculation, you can get exactly the same number in Excel, but you can't see the shape, you can't see the distribution, you can't visualize what is. So it's easy to understand, and being instructor from last 6-7 years in Eastern, I feel this is the most easy tool to explain different probability, different statistical. Therefore, we are using, and I will be instructing based on Minitab. But if you feel, okay, Excel is wonderful and you are very habitual, okay, feel free to use. There's no restriction that you can't use Excel, you can't use. We are learning statistics, but these are the tools. You can, if you can do in hand, feel free to do it. So this is what, some students complained about. They are not able to do. They have Mac version. They don't have functionality, or, after 30 days, it is expiring. No problem is there. If you follow the instructions which are clearly given here, no problem at all during the entire summer, entire course. So this is the first thing first. Now, let me start with the syllabus. Okay, this is the syllabus. And here okay. So most important thing, being ahead of everything. So most important, you can contact me, you can communicate with me through Canvas. Most, easiest way. So like, I can show you. Let's say this is, Canvas, and I have mail right here. So it's better, I reply right there because it is 24 hours open in my computer. So if I see, I can reply quickly. Email, you can reply here, in my email, but that I see, like after some time. But here on course page or this Canvas, I'm always available. So quickest reply is here. Second, you can send me through email. If you are located in Spokane, you are most welcome to stop by my office. Most of the time I'm in office, but prior appointment, or you are coming and I'm here, or I don't have any work, I can meet you here also in Spokane. So you don't feel that you are in online mode completely. Another important thing, don't, do ahead of work. Like, we are going to have the class. I mean, we are going to meet on every Tuesday about 6:45. And we are going to open the assignment on Sunday. So you have entire Sunday, you have entire Monday, half day of Tuesday. So, prepare your work, prepare your questions, and ask as many as questions on Tuesday during live session. Or you can ask, in email, I can reply. But don't ask me like, if Sunday evening 11:59 is assignment due date and you are sending an email at 10 o'clock Sunday, 10 p.m., you don't understand anything. I mean, this is what is my experience. Some students at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, just before 1 hour of due time and due date, they said, I don't understand anything. I don't have any ready-made solution that I can give in 1 hour. So please, the most important thing, asking ahead of time. Because I can find ways, I can explain you, I can make video, I can do different things, but not like, just 1 hour or 2 hours. I can, because this subject is not easy, particularly module 3, that I can, you can understand in few minutes and few hours. Some of the concepts, some of you need like, many hours to understand this. Everyone is having own ability about, understanding mathematical or quantitative subject matter. So some few can do in 1 hour, few can need 20 hours also per week. So this is very important to be successful in this course. I don't have any coaches, so directly I communicate myself with you. Vision, this is, common with Eastern that you see in other courses. Most important thing, we would like to prepare our MBA students or every students who can think critically and act ethically. So think critically and act ethically is most important thing that we are emphasizing in our every program. So course. So now the second thing about the book. So book can be accessed right here. I can show you. Just a minute. So this is our here, go under my textbook. And when you go here, you just go here and you get the vital source book. One question is there. Maggie, I'm going to answer your question. So this is the book right here. You have solution of all odd problems right here. Means every chapter solution is here. Let's say you are doing a chapter number 3, and you can get the solution of only odd problems. So if you are doing odd problems, you can get a solution right here. So like 41, 43, 45, 47, but you don't have even number solution here. So you can get the solution of every chapter here, but only odd. So you can practice, you can check yourself, and rest of the chapters. So first 9 chapters, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, we are skipping 5, chapter number 5 for next class. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 12 we are going to cover in this course. These chapters we are going to cover here, and rest of the chapters we will cover in next course. So book is, everyone is having the access. Another important thing, you need to do BADM 520 course, which is a next in this sequence, which is compulsory course. So once you paid once you paid for this course, you don't need to pay for BADM 520 because we are using the same book, exactly the same book. So book is right here. Now I go over other things. Oh, this is 520. So book is available right here under my textbook. We are not using any Connect one. If you don't like Minitab, you can use a software of your choice. So these are the companies using Minitab for their for different analysis, different quality analysis. Even Microsoft is using Minitab, though they have Excel. Excel is their tool, or Excel is their software, and they have other software, but they also use Minitab. So it is very easy, very convenient. So that's why we are using here in this course. Now we come to the other important thing, that few students missed every time's final exam and deadlines. Therefore, I would like to share with you about. So here you go inside. This is the most important link, inside.ew.edu. Under this, you have all services, A to Z services. But before that, you have academic calendar. So academic calendar, always, because it's always good for you to know the schedule. And here, this is a Eastern operates in different, different terms like quarters. Eastern, most of the in-campus courses are quarterly, or more, some programs they have semester based also, but you are in online accelerated MBA. So this is your calendar. So please always intact the dates. Why this is taking? Okay, here we go. So you see that July 10th, first day of instruction. And here you can see August 19th, last day of instructions, means the course ends right here. Therefore, please note that, nothing will be available after August 19th. Because on Monday, I need to insert the grade in the grading system and anything. Tuesday, and you will get. So this is very important that you keep this calendar available. I mean, you keep checking the calendar, or you keep the dates intact on your schedule system. Or now we come to here. So we are not using Minitab for week 1 assignment. Now we come to the grading policy. So Maggie, I'm going to answer your question. Just wait, let me finish this. We have discussion, which is 15%. Quiz, MCQ quiz, which is called multiple choice questions, 25%. Fill in the blanks, 35%. And final exam will be 25%. Please note that the exam will be available on August 19th, Saturday. During this time, 24 hours time, you can take your 2 hours in between and you can do this. So let me talk about discussion. What is discussion? Actually, discussion is free flowing your ideas about the subject matter using the subject concepts. Let's say I'm going on the discussion part this week that we have. So just a minute. Okay, here we have. So use of technology and quantitative analysis in the business world. So now everyone knows that ChatGPT is disrupting the technology, and changing business process, and that will transform the business process, decision making, and many things. Like your assignment can be done by ChatGPT, but really this is a good thing. How it is impacting the business largely. So basically, this is a very first thing, how it can help decision making. It can help number crunching. It can do the different analytics. So basically think about that, how many business applications or business processes can be transformed using ChatGPT, particularly decision making, managerial decision making, because nowadays most of the decision making is based on data, based on data driven decision making. Therefore, just free flowing idea in, like, you are working in healthcare sector. So prescription can be, instead of doctors writing a prescription, you share your, the symptoms of your health, and can ChatGPT prescribe the medicine. So prescription and basic things. So basically in sales, marketing, HR, whatever field you are working, how it is going to change the world. So basically this week is about free flowing thoughts about this with logic and analysis that you can. So 15% grades are based on discussion, and everyone can earn 15 out of 15%. You need to reply to other people in the discussion. And so these are the rubrics to get 100% grades in discussion. Please follow 3 basic rules. And so these are the 3 basic rules, and I don't have anything like that you need to do by Wednesday or by Thursday, or you can do before due date. Before due date, which is I think Sunday. I put it Sunday. Already students is started. So this is very first thing. And I'm not very hard and fast. I would like to see how logical you can think. So this is the discussion part. Now we have multiple choice questions. So here I go over this. So let's say MCQ, and I can do the preview. And here these are the questions you have. Like, you can take multiple attempts. You can do multiple attempts before end date. End date is, before due date. And you can score 100% in this. You can, if suppose you make error in this, okay, you correct it and do it and you learn it. So 25% for MCQ. Every module has MCQ. If there are 2 chapters, I think there are 2 MCQs. And so now I go in chapter 2, let's say there. So now we have fill in the blanks. This is 35%. And when you see here, you need to give the answer here. You need to, based on the numbers, you just do the calculation, do the answer, fill in the blanks. If it is wrong or something, it will not give you the full points. So basically these are the, so from chapter 2 onwards or module 2 onwards, you will see the fill in the blanks, because we don't have number crunching in module 1. Therefore, we don't have any fill in the blank in module 1. But you know, instead of that, I have MCQ. So you can score full. So discussion, fill in the, instead of this module 1, I have, instead of fill in the blanks, I have different questions, true, false, or MCQ, because we don't have number crunching in module 1. Okay, so this is fill in the blanks. Now I answer your question. So, oh, MCQ means multiple choice question. Multiple choice question. You have multiple choice and you have to select the best answer. Okay, so now our assignments available ahead of time. So Maggie, you know, assignments are available for 8 days. So I can show you how it works. So let me show you one by one. So let's see. So let's say this is module 2. And now this is, let's say, assignment. And let me show you. Oh. So here you see, Maggie, here you see it starts on July, it starts on July 16, ends on July 23, and it is available 3 days extra with late penalty. Means how many days? July 16 to July 23, 8 days. 8 days plus 3 days with penalty. That means 11 days you can have the assignment available. So every assignment opens on Sunday, ends on Sunday night, which is 8 days total, and 3 days extra based on penalty, 15% daily penalty. So this is more than enough in order to complete any assignment. So every assignment is except last week. So here you can see due, available, until. And the latest or last attempt will be counted. So don't leave last attempt unopened. You can see clearly last attempt. So I answered the question of Maggie, our assignment available ahead of time. What do you mean by? Okay, the last submission, it happens, you know. So I don't need to say, but you know what happens if these are MCQ and people try and, you know, multiple time. You know, sometimes they can get highest, sometimes they get. So basically, when they are doing the last attempt, they need to be careful. Whatever they are doing, they are really working, then only that score will count. Otherwise, if I say they do 100 attempts, one attempt will be highest. So I'm not counting highest. One time you learn, you made mistake, learn, and then, so basically this is a gradual process. Therefore, only the last attempt will be counted. So if you open any assignment on Sunday evening, don't leave it unopened or don't leave it unsubmitted. Submit it, complete it, fully correct. So that is the way to learn. It will count 0. Yeah, it will, Emily, it will count 0. So basically, if you do the last attempt, do it fully. And do it before due date, because if you do it after due date, it will be deducting, it will be counting that is your last attempt after due date, and it will deduct 15% penalty per day. So basically, this is MCQ, fill in the blanks. And then final exam will be 25%, and you will have only multiple choice questions in this. You will not have fill in the blanks. You have to select the best answer out of choices. 2 hours allowed, and it will be on 19th between this time. You can take the exam with open book, with notes, with friends, with Google, whatever, but if you use Google, it will take your time. This is not advised at all. Excuse me. The reason is that 20 minutes where it goes out of 2 hours, you don't know. However, that exam is prepared like that you can do in 30 minutes if you studied properly, if you have concepts clear. But if exam you're not prepared or you will keep searching on Google, you will not get. So basically, you can sit with your friends. Means I am not able to see on the other side. This has happened in the past. Few students made group, they did together on the other side. Okay, that's fine. I'm not checking here. Learning is most important. So basically 75% grades are for your learning, which is assignment, different assignment. This is 75, which is, enough for passing, but 25% to evaluate your learning. Therefore, exam is here. And easily, if somebody is sincere, serious, 75 out of 75, they get it. Exam 25%, they easily get. Only 4, 5, 6 questions are little challenging. Out of 40 question, there, you need to acrobat your mind, your thinking and all. But rest is very easy if you do your homework, if you prepare, if you do solve some problems, no problem. So this is about grading. This is a tentative. This is the universal. I believe in Eastern. This is grading criteria. Other things, these are the policies. So if anyone is about any issue, please let me know ahead of time. Means due date is tonight and you are asking 2 hours before, that is not feasible. But asking ahead of time, like Monday, Tuesday, if you have any problem, let me know. I will try to help as much as I can, but not like nothing. Some students, those who are not able to perform, their email is like that, I don't understand anything. And that comes Sunday night, just before 1 hour of the due time, or just before 10 minutes of due time. Professor, I don't understand anything. I don't have a. So basically my thinking, I don't have any ready-made solution for this subject that I can do in 10 minutes. Therefore, this subject, some of you can understand in 10 minutes, some of you can understand in 2 hours, some students need 20 hours also. So working, and understanding concepts is most important. And please let me know. I'm always available to reply as soon as possible, because my canvas is always open in my phone, in my on my computer, home, office, everywhere. So if I see any ping, any messages coming, doesn't matter. If I'm talking with my friends, I go and I reply to you immediately. If doesn't matter, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, midnight, 2 o'clock, only the time I'm sleeping, you will not get my reply, but every time, even I'm eating, I can reply your messages. So this is about subject syllabus. If you have any question related to this, please let me know. So some of you need, basically, here, those who don't have the background of statistics or mathematics, it is little challenging for them and you need to work little extra. I'm there, I will help you. I will, explain you. I will guide you. And so first 2 days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, you prepare whatever you don't understand. Tuesday, you ask me, means today, and I will explain everything in easiest possible manner so that you can understand the concept. Once you understand, it will be very smooth journey for you. Any other question related to syllabus, feel free to ask. If not, then I can go over the some concepts of first 2 chapters. Okay, if you don't have, okay, let me go then. So other thing, I browse like this. So I go under modules and I browse like this. So here under lecture material, when you go in lecture material, you will see the slides. Okay, here is the, so now after this, you can see every module at the end. You can see at the end, previous class recording is there. So here you can see at the bottom, previous class recording, previous course recording. And here you can see other things also, previous recording. So even if you want to watch and going ahead, you can go ahead. So every complete 1 hour or, longer lectures are there. Now let me go on. So basically, many things are related to the reading. So you need to read, but this is the most important definition about subject matter. Collecting, organizing, analyzing, and interpreting and presenting data is called statistics. It's the science of, so statistics is nothing but a science of collecting. So please keep in mind 5 steps: collecting, organizing, analyzing, interpreting, and presenting. So basically statistics, or this is used in every area, every field, whatever you are doing, healthcare to marketing to sales to everything. Why do we study? So basically this is your reading. I'm not going over this, so you can read about this concept, these things. Now we are going on this part. What is the univariate data, bivariate data, multivariate data? Based on that, they have the statistics. Only one variable is there, that is univariate. If you have 2 variable, which is bivariate. If you have multiple variables or 2 and more, multivariate. And based on that, we call it multivariate statistics, bivariate statistics, univariate statistics. And there are some tools, for that, for univariate, what you can do: mean, mode, median, histogram. This is univariate. Bivariate, you can do a scatter plot, you can do a correlation. Multiple, you do multiple regression. So yes, John, I just explained where you get the PowerPoint. So here you can see again. So John, just look into this. Every module, if you are able to see my canvas, here you go. Here you see, here this is always, in every module. You can see the PowerPoint right here, under this. Is it clear, John? Okay. So now it's very important to understand there are types of data. One is qualitative and one is quantitative. Qualitative is categorical data, different categories, like, for example, a car. A car can be sedan or hatchback, sedan, SUV, and then truck. I mean, different categories. You can put in these categories, you can put the car, different models, different cars. So categorical, here you can see the vehicle type. Coded can be, you can say vehicle type 1, 2, 3. So you can code them also. Like gender, male or female, you can categorize, but you can give 0 as a male, 1 is female. So you can convert those categories into number. So qualitative data, and now we have number. One is continuous, one is discrete. What do you understand by discrete and continuous? Any idea? Do you have any idea about continuous and discrete?
Discrete are whole numbers, continuous are exact numbers for data.
Oh, yeah, correct. Let's say I'm just saying in my parking lot, my university parking lot, I have 14.27 cars. Can I say? Or right now in my class, I have 15.2 students. No, not possible, because either I can have 15 students or I can have 16 students. I can't have 15.2 students. Similarly, I can have 14 cars or I can have 15 cars, but I will not have 14.85 cars, isn't it? So discrete is like, where you can have only possible numbers are allowed. You can't have like 12.8 or something. So broken eggs in carton is either it could be 1 or 2 or 5, but it will not have 2.3 broken hours. So similar, the discrete number are whole numbers. Continuous number can be any in between. Like say my weight is 190.4 pound. Okay, that is fine. My distance from here is 3.7 miles, 3.75 miles. Okay, that is fine. So continuous. Based on these discrete and continuous, we have 2 chapters, chapter number 6 and 7, which is based on which is in module number 3. And this concept will be widely applicable there. So please remember, when you make decision based on calculation, you need to think one time before making a decision. Like say, if there is a formula to do a sample size calculation, and sample size calculation shows 1512.8, the calculation with, if somebody asks you the answer, you have, 1518, 0.8, you see, instead of that, you say 1516, because you need to use discrete number there. By calculation, it is coming that in decimal, but when you write answer, you need to use the discrete, because sample can be 1516 or 1550. It cannot be in between. So this is types of data. Then we have cross-section data and time series data. So basically, if you see the stock market and everything, which is a time series data, GDP growth and all, cross-section data, which has, so you can see here, income, spending, sales, revenue. So basically time series data, which has one scale is on time, other is on the values. So basically this is 80, 90, 2005, GDP of American GDP from last 60 years. Okay, that is time series. Here, like income, spending, when you are measuring two variables together cross section, that is called cross section data. Time series cross section. If you don't understand anything in between, please let me know. Now, this is most important thing. You need to understand the concepts of this. So we have a scale, nominal scale, nominal data, ordinal data, interval data, and ratio data. What is the meaning of that? So, in nominal data, you can count only like how many students I have in my class. Okay, 20. So that is business for federal tax purpose. How many different type of organizations are there? There are 10,000 trust, partnership is 10,000. So basically where you can do only counting. Ordinal data where you can put in orders. Let's say, now Moody is giving the rating of American or different countries and companies rating. So this is the order. Highest is A, B, and the lowest. So triple A, double A, this is in order. You can put in order like car. So if you rank the car, the smallest to highest, the smallest is like a hatchback, then, sedan, then SUV, then trucks, and then, so that is ordinal, means you can either arrange in increasing order or decreasing order. Now, third is interval. The interval is meaningful, means in between like Likert scale, like temperature. Temperature is widely considered where you can do mean, standard deviation, and all. So temperature minus 20 degree, minus 10 degree, minus 0 degree, 10 degree, 20 degree, and 4. That is called interval. Means every interval has equal value. Like minus 10 to minus 20 degree and 0 to 10 degree. The difference is exactly the 10 degree between. So that is, and ratio. Ratio has a meaningful value. Meaningful value, a meaningful 0. 0 is a meaningful. That means if I say my weight is like 185 pounds, I mean, with respect to 0, I'm measuring, 0 to 185. It's not like I'm measuring with minus 10 reference point. It is today I drove 28 miles with respect to 0, means I started from 0 and I go up to 28 miles. So with respect to 0. So that is ratio. So basically, if you see your income is $100,000 with respect to 0. You are starting from 0. Now you are comparing to 100,000 or whatever. So these are the four scales. And what statistics you can do in interval? You can do sum and difference. Now, so basically here you can see the nominal is categories only, eye color, blue, brown, green, ordinal, rarely, never, or like excellent, good. Interval, distance has meaning, and ratio is meaningful, 0 is there. So these are the four categories, and you can just read here. And this is also very important to read what is population and what is sample, because based on that you can understand the concept of the statistics, because the statistics use the sample. Population is very difficult to collect. Let's say I'm going to do Washington, let's say Spokane County population. Some people are migrating, some new are coming, some are dying, some are newborn. How I can do the exact accountability? It's a very difficult. Therefore, Sampling is convenience, easy, time saving, cost saving. So basically, this is your reading part. This is very important thing. I mean, you need to remember these few things. Just, I'm saying for your better understanding, population, parameters, and sample statistics. Mu, I mean, this is the sign throughout the book or throughout the statistics we use. Mu is population. Population means is denoted by mu. Population proportion is denoted by pi. Population number is denoted by n, capital N. Sample size is denoted by small n. X bar is sample mean and P, small p, is sample proportion. So the difference between this you can see. Always remember, in some questions you will get mu. That means you automatically understand, okay, this is hello, hello. Do you see? Do you hear me?
I hear you now.
Okay.
Yep, I can hear you now.
Okay. So what I was trying to, okay. So basically when you go for your blood test or something, out of 7 liter, they take 510 ml and they, do the statistics. Means here, they do the analysis and they share with doctor prescribe the solution for or medicine for your body. Similarly, you take the sample from population, you do a statistical analysis and you infer or you draw conclusion about population and you make policy or something. So basically, this is the value of statistics. If this is clear, let me go further. Now there are sampling method. What are the sampling method? So just a minute, let me remove this. There are 4 sampling methods. Simple random sampling. How do you do simple random? Simple random. Okay, I just show you here. I have Excel right here. Okay, you can see I need how many students are there in the class as of now? 24. I need 4 students to for my analysis. How I can see, So I have equal to rand between 1 to 24. And I get the third. So I need 5 students. Okay. The first student is 20th number, second is 14th, third is 8, 7, 5, 3. So basically I will look into the order and the 20th student in the order, 7th student, 8th. So I will pick these students for my, so basically this is random sampling. Random sampling, people often say randomly selected. No, using mathematics, using calculator, using computer, using table, that is called random sampling. It means you have to have some base. So this is random sampling. Similarly, we can do in Minitab. So you can see my Minitab. I need 5 people here. So okay, sampling, and I need 5. So let's say I calculate here random data and I do integer here, and number of rows I need 5, and store in column C4, and minimum value is 1, maximum is 24, and I get, where's, why not coming? Okay, let me do one more time. And integer, okay, 5 number of rows, sampling, store in column, and then,
Do you need to scroll up? You're in row 49.
oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm in row 2. So yeah, here you can see so this is random numbers. So basically I get 9, so something randomly, random number. There is a random number generator, use that, use tables. There are random number tables, but not like, you just draw your hand, okay, randomly standing in a mall and you are just finding some people. No, that is not random. That is convenient sampling, basically, because that is convenient to you to be in a mall to collect data from people. So random is based on some tool. Okay, systematic sample, this is another sampling that you take the first number using random number, then you take every particular number. So first number you draw from random number, then you go for, let's say here, 7, you need 20 numbers, 20 sample out of 78 class size. So first number you select through random number, then every fourth number. So this, then 6, then 10th, then 14, 18, 22, and keep going. So this is the way it's called systematic sampling. So first is through random, then every fourth number or every nth number you use. Third is stratified sampling. So basically, that is about strata. So basically, let's say we are going to use a very simple example. In a class, we have, out of 100 students, we have, let's say, let me close capturing. Okay. Just a minute. So let's say I have 100 students class, and I have 80 male students in a class. I have 20 female students in a class. And I'm going to collect 20 sample size. So if I go and doing the random sampling by mistake, by chance, because anything, I got all 20 male students. What will happen in this case? I will be missing a key information, because the information will be shared by all male students. That will be a biased, or, based on, male perception and other things. Then what I need to do, I need to have strata, means groups, subgroups, and I have to have equal representation of this. So here I have 80%, 20%. So basically I have to have 20 out of this. What is the 20% of 80? Which is like 16. So I have to have 16 representation. First I need to do the strata or subgroups, and then I need to do 20% from each. So 16 plus 4, then I will have equal representation, or based on proportion, I will have the representation in my survey. Okay, 4 female students, 16 male students. Are you getting this point? Is it making clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now after that, cluster sampling. So this is another sampling method, based on cluster. Let's say, how many counties are there in Washington? 16 counties. I don't know exactly. Let's say, and this is widely applicable on on geographical related sample. So what they do, let me remove this, then I can. This is two-stage random sampling. First the out of 16 county you do the random sampling, you need 4 counties. So out of 16 counties you select 4 counties, and from each county you select randomly n number of things. So this is called cluster sampling. You select the clusters, Spoken County, King County, this count, Walla Walla County, or so. This is called cluster sampling. And now after that, so basically 4 types of sampling, random sampling. 4 types of random sampling. Now 3 types of non-random sampling, which is called judgmental sampling. Based on the expert's opinion, you select let's say you are doing something related to, let's say, teachers research or teachers related. Then you understand who is in education field or someone, he said, okay, this much sample would be sufficient. So that is judgmental. Convenience sampling, like we all do, like going in a mall, standing there, whatever is convenient to you, sharing to your friends through social media and all, that is convenience. Focus group sampling is like, particular, let's say you are doing very important research pertaining to, let's say, like how people live older than 90 years of life. Then you are just going to talk, you are going to only select those who are 90 and older. So, and that is focus group, those who are 90 and older. So this is a non-random sampling. And so other data collection method, and this is about, so this is very first module, very simple module, very easy module. You just need to, go through and start using the Minitab. And next week I will start Minitab and I will explain more concept from module 2, which is next Tuesday. If you have any question related to subject, related to the module 1 and related to the, how we proceed in this course, please feel free to ask. If you don't have, then I would like to say have a wonderful evening, and we'll see next week.
Yeah, I have a quick question.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so you seem to be doing pretty thorough slides for your lectures that covered a lot of the material in the book. Do you tend to set it up so that if we have a good understanding from your slide deck in each module, is it complementary to the reading? Or is there like, should we also be making sure we cover certain things in the reading that would be outside of your?
Yes. So
yeah, does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, one thing, yeah, it is, reading is very important. We have a reference book. So basically I shared about, you are able to understand what I'm explaining briefly in 1 hour or half an hour, or I have recording, but many students go through the few things and they understand. Many students have an issue, they need to read, they need to understand. Actually, my accent is also from different countries, so, and explanation. So basically it depends on person to person. Let's say you can understand everything right here, but some students need to also go through the book. Some students need multiple medium to understand the concept. Some needs, because some this is very basic and introductory module, but next module, following module, I will be explaining concept in 1 hour, but but that is not sufficient. You need to practice there. You need to practice and you need to solve some problems. So basically, if you look into the book, you need to solve some questions yourself, and it is not sufficient to just do the quiz and do the fill in the blanks and you get full points. But the book is there, to solve yourself some problems. Basically, you understand the process, you understand the concept. That is important. So book is important to just go through and solve some problems.
Gotcha. I guess as a clarifying add-on to that would be like if we go through your slide deck,
Mhm.
we feel good about the way that the multiple choice questions went, and then if we turn to the back of each chapter and do those like
Yeah,
the chapter questions and find that we're getting the odd numbers we can check right, that we're probably covered,
yeah,
and we would only maybe need to consult the book to like
yeah,
really dive into something we're not getting.
Yeah.
Am I catching that
yeah,
correctly?
yeah. Yes,
Okay.
correct. And
Thank you.
another thing, we are just how many 20 students are here out of 120 students. So basically, those who are attending classes, asking questions, and those who have good or solid background about statistics, mathematics, I mean, that is, they are better off, but but it is not, we can't generalize this thing to everyone. Therefore, I would suggest, go through the book also. And yeah, thank you. Any other question, please feel free to ask.
I think I actually have two questions.
Please.
So the first one's just in regards to systematic sampling. In fact, they're actually both with sampling. With systematic sampling, if you're when you pick your random number and you can go up, like let's say it's every fourth that you have to take. If you cap it, like let's say 20 and you are at number and your random number was 16,
Okay.
so the next participant would be 20. Do you go back 16, 12, 8?
Yeah.
Or-
So basically, let's say, like you said, okay, here we go. Let's say very first number, when you go in random sampling, this is the random, very first through random number. So you go fourth number. So this is the fourth number after this, then you come back again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will be the another number 1, 2, 3, 4. And this way you can complete the 20 cycle.
Got it. And then I just have a question about cluster sampling.
Yes.
I didn't see it in the book, but I saw it in your lecture. I just am struggling to understand the one-stage cluster sampling versus the two-stage cluster sampling that the little bit I read. Could you explain it?
Yeah. So basically, let's say we are doing a research based on, let's say, small businesses in Washington state and their health and their revenue and something. Okay, how many small businesses will be there in Washington? And if I go and do, I mean, Washington state has all the data that is easy and you can find easily. But in practically, suppose you want to do and we don't have this data and other things. So first thing, you select which county or which city you need to go and select. So randomly, you need not to bias because you are in Spokane or I am there or there, I have to I have to put cities or counties as the first level. So I go and I select, okay, I have a budget, I can do only 4 counties. So out of number of counties, I do the 4 random number. I selected, okay, these are the 4 counties. Now I need 100 sample or 400 sample. Now I can go. So 4 counties, if I divide equally, 100 sample, 25 small businesses I have to select from each county. Okay, then I go in Spokane County, randomly I go and select 20. I mean, I have a list of businesses. I selected randomly, I run 25 numbers and I get, okay, business number 5, business number 10, business number this. So this is 2-stage random sampling.
Okay.
Is it making sense?
No, that makes sense. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Most welcome. Any other question, please feel free to ask. If no, then I would like to say a wonderful evening, and you will see the recording in the announcement section. Okay, bye, good night.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you, Dr. Devetti.
bye.
Thank you.
Most
Thank you.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.